Okay, looks like people are ready. Okay, well we will get started now. Okay, welcome back to the best of 9 clan war between Miraculous Gaming and Team Gravity. This is game number 7. The score is now all tied up 3-3. We have for Miraculous Gaming Teardrop trying to play against Cham for Team Gravity. It will be a ZVZ on Alter Team Stronghold. That's going to be an interesting game. Hopefully. you always hope for interesting games. I don't know if anyone who's casting in hopes. Damn, I hope this is a really fucking boring game. I love boring games. They're the best kind of games. And the players are trolling me. They choose very similar colors, and it's a ZVZ. Blue and light blue. Nice. Teal and blue. It will be almost indistinguishable. Not really. It's pretty. It's okay. You can see quite the difference. Anyways, so we have here in the bottom right-hand position of Alter Team Stronghold, the blue Zerg player from Miraculous Gaming trying to pull ahead of the tie, make it 4-3. We have Teardrop. And in the bottom left-hand position, the teal Zerg player from Team Gravity, it's the winner of the last match, Cham. The one who tied it up. Will he be able to pull ahead, or will Miraculous Gaming shut that down right away? Nobody knows. So we have Miraculous Gaming, Teardrop actually sending his Overlord in the correct position first. So that's good. Cham not doing such a good thing. He's actually going to send his Overlord to the second position, or the second Overlord is going to be in the correct position first. But that's obviously worse than the first one because it comes afterwards. Alright, you catch my drift. So, identical build so far from each player, from both players, 15 supply. Will we see a pool first or a hatch first? It looks like a hatch first out of Teardrop and a hatch first out of Cham. So both players mirroring each other right now. So far anyway. Going the hatch first, most likely going to get a gas and a pool afterwards. Will they get the gas first, or I don't know, we'll see what happens. We actually have no pool just yet, and that's because you can't afford it. Yeah, actually droning up quite a bit more is Teardrop, droning up to 17 before anything, and Cham actually decided to do that pool on 15 instead of waiting for 17, and actually getting the pool and the gas relatively the same time at the 18 supply mark, roughly speaking, or 17-ish supply mark. And so now an Overlord coming out for both players. Pool's going to finish a little bit before for Cham, which means he will get that double queen out slightly earlier, but not too much of a big deal. Not really that much of a difference. He actually cancels an Overlord. He actually built a second Overlord by accident, and it has to cancel it, and that's really unfortunate for Teardrop. Going to be losing that much money early on is quite the ordeal, especially losing a larva. That's another drone you can't make, another ling you can't make, anything you can't make out of that larva. You cannot make it. Anyways, 2 queens on the way for both players. 3 people on gas and only 13 on minerals here. So we're probably going to see him pull off exactly at 100 and stop mining completely. We actually have gasless going for Cham, and that's kind of common on these kind of maps. He will be able to defend very easily, block this ramp off if he so chooses. And here comes the speed, and the workers are pulled off of gas, making it 16 drones, 2 on each mineral patch, perfectly saturated there, or optimally saturated. And the 2 queens are out, going to get the injects off right away as soon as possible. And yeah, that's it. Cham actually did make 1 settlings for the scouting, and Teardrop made no such settlings. Now he has the lings to greet them. He's actually going to scout one in the main, one in the natural. He actually sees speed is done and basically no drones at the natural. Actually, no, he did not see he did not really see the natural as far as I know. Actually, he saw it. Yeah, he did. Okay, so another queen actually finished for Cham. Where is it? There it is, and he is going to be able to block off this ramp as as soon as possible, basically. He's actually adding many more drones, not going to get any gas at all. Only 2 gas being started right now, as well as starting a spine. Teardrop actually just piling on the Ling numbers, now making a bunch of drones. He's probably not going to be able to get through this queen wall here. He might be able to get through it, but the spine crawlers will finish in time, or the spine crawler will finish in time and root up over here. And another queen is actually there to take the place of one of these queens, should the need be. And we actually have all 4 queens going there, and he is not going to penetrate this wall. This queen was not meant to be penetrated. We have actually 1 queen going to go down, just barely goes down, and he is trying to run past and get as many drone kills as possible before dying, basically. And this lair is actually on the way with 4 gases. He was planning on doing maybe some really early muta attack. He's actually getting a 3rd now, so going with that early aggression into the heavy droning, heavy economy, basically doing one of everything there. Actually floating a lot of money are both players right now. Yeah, mining all sorts of gas, getting a roach warren now and getting double evo chambers, so he's going for that roach type play, going to get that early upgrades advantage. And we actually have melee upgrades going down for our teardrop here, and lair just now started as the other person's lair basically finished. 3rd on the way for Cham. Has the 3rd finishes for teardrop. Basically completely different builds here from both players. Actually trying to put on some counter pressure with no speed, 0 speed, absolutely 0 speed here for Cham. Going to be able to push this away with just a few lings with speed, and they are not going to be able to do anything about it. And here's the lings I'm talking about. Lings and a queen are going to be able to push this away. He's going to try to take this fight, and he does not want to take that fight. And with the queens, though, he will be able to take the fight quite handily. So queens are going to be able to inject. Those were his only 2 queens, and he is missing a couple injects now, but he doesn't have that much money anyway. He's going to probably go into. I'm actually not entirely sure. He's actually going to a Hydralisk den. He actually suspected because of the early, might have suspected mutas because of the early layer, but mutas would already be here by now, or at least really soon. Yeah, not by now, but mutas would be really soon, and hydras would not be out in time to even greet them. So I'm not sure. He would have rather put it a spore crawler or something similar like that. We have 0 drones at the 3rd for both players, or for either player, and lots of roaches coming out for Cham, and not much defense for Teardrop. Actually, tons of upgrades just finishing all at once. The melee attack are going to finish for Teardrop, and that is going to spell disaster for these drones, but these roaches are in fact going to be able to deal with it. The roaches in the main of Cham has roaches in the main of Teardrop, and just killing lots of things. These hydras are not going to be able to deal with these roaches. Cham is looking to take a very quick 10-minute victory, and this is actually Cham's thing. He's actually trying to burrow on a creep tumor. That doesn't work. He has to burrow somewhere else. He cannot see the creep tumor because he's doesn't have that vision, but he has brought this spine crawler just for a little bit of reinforcement here, and now finally pushing back what little roaches were here. But the reinforcements are coming now that the Ling run by has been cleaned up. The roaches are in fact going to come by, and he does have the 1/1 upgrade, but he does not. The Lings do have 1 armor upgrade as well, so he does not 1-shot them or 2-shot the Lings like he would if the Lings didn't have any armor. But once the +2 kicks in, should it ever kick in, they 2-shot Lings no matter how much armor they have. So there's that. And lots of drones going down, and there's the GG. Well played from Teardrop, and Gravity Cham takes another game, leaving the series 4-3 in favor of Gravity.